What's up everybody, Brett here, and I am very happy to present to you a new game on my channel. It's going to be Artifact. If you're watching this right now, you've probably heard of Artifact, you've probably seen all the hype about it, or the million other YouTubers that are doing videos on this, so I appreciate you watching my video, first off. So, I didn't really see this game coming. I had a buddy who told me about it, and it sounded interesting, but I was pretty invested in some other card games at the time. I play Magic, I play Gwent and Hearthstone, so I had a lot of other card games going, and I didn't really think about this and how cool it could be to have a card game based around Dota characters. So Dota 2, originally I played Dota. I played Defense of the Ancients back in Warcraft 3 days. Never really got good at it. I was a kid when that was popular, but Dota 2 is something that I've always followed, as I do love MOBAs. And it's kind of a harder MOBA to get into. I played a lot of League of Legends, a lot of Heroes of the Storm, but Dota 2 is one of those I was just kind of content to watch. I have my own kind of favorite YouTube channels that I follow for that. And I always kind of loved the background lore and the aesthetic of Dota. So when I heard that they were going to make a card game with the story and the aesthetic of Dota tied to it, I was pretty excited. And so I get to kind of love Dota while playing it in a form that I enjoy. And you'll see here, of course, I'm sitting in front of these 10 packs of cards that I have. And I was going to open these right off the bat for you guys. I finished the training, the tutorial mode, and I watched a few videos. I didn't want to burn myself out. I have a tendency to get super addicted to a new game when it first comes out, or even when it's in beta and I don't have access to it. And then I end up watching for like, hours and hours, and then by the time the game comes out, I'm not hyped anymore. So I didn't want to ruin that, and so I did the tutorial. I kind of know how to play. I think I have a good grasp of drafting mechanics, and so I think I'm going to draft today for you guys. My card evaluations may be a little iffy, but I watch a lot of draft, guys, and I do a lot of draft. So I think I'll manage. At the very least, we won't have a complete garbage pile. And hopefully here, as I open these packs and we see what we get, I don't know which cards are good, which cards are bad, so let me know. Also, the game sounds are super loud, and I've already lowered them considerably. So we have Ogre Magi as our hero, and I think this end card is always going to be a rare. So Soul of Spring, modify a hero with, after you play a green card, give this hero and its allied neighbors +4 regeneration this round. Okay, that seems alright. Okay, it's kind of like an enchantment effect from Magic. And let's open another one. Kind of briefly checking to see if we have any important cards. Enough Magic, okay. You know what? Yeah, I see you. But let's lower this even more. Look how low I have these sound settings. And it's still kind of ridiculously loud.
The dead are rising in Roseleaf Nog. Someone took the oath.
And I'm a big lore guy, so I could listen to all these like lore tidbit things all day, but I'd understand for sure if you guys don't want to hear that. So Meepo. Meepo is a rare hero. I did not know that. Cool. So I don't know what his special ability is, if he has one. Can we click on this? Okay, there we go. So his special abilities: United We Fall, continuous effect. He has Soulbound. When an allied unit with Soulbound dies, all of the allied units. So basically, as he is in Dota 2, you kill one of his copies of himself, and they all die. But how many do you get when you play him? Or do you just get one in each lane? That's interesting. I don't know how that works, but I feel like you probably play him and you get one in each lane. That's why his stats are so low. And then if one of them dies, they all die. But you can also use Poof, which is one of his abilities in Dota 2, and you can move him to another lane, a more favorable lane, and he'll deal damage across from himself. So that seems pretty cool. Yeah, and I don't know if there are like commons and uncommons as there are in Magic.
The long con. Me, I like to shake things up and see what happens.
So there seems to be, I see this little silver antler. These look like antlers. The little denotation here. So I would assume these are all commons. We get Ursa as a hero, and then here are our uncommons. Huh. Equipped hero has +4 health. Whenever opponent draws a card, give that card +1 lock. So I don't know what lock is, but we can check it out. Cards cannot be played as long as they are locked. Lock is applied to duration of rounds. Okay. That seems pretty good for 10. So the 4 health is nice, but then every time your opponent draws a card, they can't play it that turn. Okay. As long as you have this hero on the board. And Wrath of Gold. Spend all your gold, repeat 1 time for each gold spent. Deal 4 damage to a random ally or enemy. Okay. So you save up your gold, you're losing pretty hard, you don't have a lot of things on the battlefield, and let's say you have 30 gold or so. Wow, you don't even need that much. You just need a little bit because it's 1 time for each gold. So, I mean, I could see you with 10 gold. I mean, you could wipe the board potentially. Interesting. You want to set up a scenario where you don't have a lot of things on the battlefield when you play this. So, interesting. That could be a good card. Oh, I think we have multiple rares.
But sometimes the threats to our great nation don't come from external forces.
And we have Skywrath Mage as our hero.
Situations like Rix's betrayal are why
And this is a cool effect, Stonehall Elite.
And it will be my privilege to
After a unit blocking it dies. So if you can keep him alive, he has 2 armor and 2 health. If he can kill a minion, he gets more attack and more health. So you want to put this guy in front of a weak minion and just let him start kind of farming. And then he'll get pretty big. So we got 2 rares. That's pretty nice. Grand Melee, can play it in any lane. If there is an allied red hero in this lane, all heroes have +2 cleave. Cool. And this is one of those effects that lingers in a particular lane, as does this one. That's what this little castle here denotes. This means it's a minion. This means it's like a, I don't remember what the name of it's called, but it's like a lane effect that stays on the battlefield. It's permanent. And then these are spells. And obviously these are heroes. Let's see what our last rare is. Spring the Trap. Summon 2 Centaur Hunters into any lane. And I don't know what a Centaur Hunter is. So you get 2 4/8s for 7 mana. That seems good. Seems very good. It's good defensive stats. I could see them being an excellent roadblock.
Bronze Legion thinks they can stop us at Roseleaf.
So now we have
Already
Zeus
the cracks are showing. Dresden
and
is
our
delusional. She thinks she can fight Rix's
uncommon
rebellion
cards
and
here.
the
Helm of the
East.
Dominator. I've seen this get played. It's 19 gold, very expensive. But every 2 turns, I believe, this active, you get control of an enemy creep. And that's not always just some weak minion. Sometimes, I mean, you steal some big minions. And our rare is Remote Detonation. Deal 5 damage to each enemy across from an empty combat position. Okay. Interesting. These type of effects to me are very strange because you cannot control a lot of the placement in this game. Your heroes, for instance, go down in random locations once you pick a lane. So, and you attack in random, semi-random kind of positions. You attack to the left, right, or center. And so this has a very like Hearthstone-y RNG feel to me. I'm not sure how good that is. I mean, if you kill 2 things with it, it's probably worth it. So, a new hero. I've never seen this guy before. Mazzy. Steel reinforcements. Your tower has +1 armor. That could be good. So he has decent attack, decent health, and 3 armor. That's fine. Oh, we have another rare. So 2 more rares. Ravenhook. What on the earth? let's check him out. He's a creep. So let's see. Condemn a random hero. So condemn, mark a unit, improvement, or equipment for death. Death shields may save a condemned unit, but damage immunity does not. Condemn a random item equipped by the unit blocking Ravenhook. Get gold equal to the base cost of that item. Wow. So let's say someone plays a Helm of the Dominator and we put Ravenhook in front of them. We can use this active. It has a 1-turn cooldown, so we could eat basically one of, like, say, the Helm of the Dominator, and then they would lose their Helm of the Dominator, which cost them 18 plus a turn, and we would gain 19 gold. So that seems like a very powerful card. And we also have another one of these Stone Hall Elites, and I've seen this, the Keen Folk Turret. It's quite a strong ability as well to use that every turn. And then Cheating Death. If there is an allied green hero in this lane, allies have a 50% chance of surviving with 1 health when they would die. And this is a static effect. You just have to make sure you keep a green hero in the lane. Interesting. That's a cool ability as well. So I think we're getting good rares for kind of experimenting with. I don't know what the value is.
Summaries is willing to pay handsomely to anyone who is able to return his daughter to him alive, which is somewhat unfortunate because dead is significantly easier.
Bounty Hunter as our new hero. It's a black hero.
Customer is always right.
And I think this is just an extra uncommon here. I think that's kind of like our special card. And we got another Ravenhook, so we have 2 of these. Maybe we can make some kind of deck, some kind of black deck that might be somewhat competitive. That would be nice.
Bolster their numbers. The Sisters of the Veil often abduct children and train them in their ways. When they come of age, they are bestowed this in preparation.
We got a Legion Commander. That's cool. See what she does. She has 2 Retaliate. So when attacked during a battle, even outside of the combat phase, deal this much extra damage to the attackers. So she has kind of like a Thorns aura. If you hit her, she will deal damage back to you. And her signature card is Duel. So choose an allied red hero and another unit, they battle each other. Very thematic. Oh, we have another pack with 2 rares. So I think we got an extra uncommon and 2 rares in the same pack. And I think the card backs tell you what kind of card they are. So, Heroic Resolve, modify a red hero with, after you play a non-item card costing 2 or less, modify this hero with +2 health. Okay. Play a bunch of cheap stuff, like Poised to Strike, and you'll give them permanent HP. It's pretty cool. And, I don't know how to say that. Natasha's Guard, maybe? We'll guess that. Equipped hero has +1 armor. Costs 25 gold. Jesus. Equip. The active is move equipped heroes, enemy neighbors to random other lanes. So you can move 3 enemy units out of your way. Wow, that seems pretty strong. It's 25 gold. This seems to me like the type of card that might be worth something. We can always check values after this if that's something you guys are interested in. And I hope you're enjoying the kind of longer drawn out as I figure out these cards' values. For those of you who haven't seen this before, I hope you you appreciate that I'm taking the time to read some of this.
And the only people who will profit are the future historians who will sell books about the massacre.
We get Enchantress.
I can't stop this war.
And she has 2 regeneration.
But I will do whatever I can to minimize the damage.
It's applied before checking for death, so that's important to know. She'll heal. And her allied neighbors have it as well. Ooh, that's pretty strong. And her card is allies have 1 armor. And that seems like a cool effect. In Magic the Gathering, green is almost always my favorite color. Green and white. I'm more of a Timmy player. And we get another powerful creep, it looks like. Ogre Corpse Tosser. Deals 2 piercing damage to the enemy tower after an allied melee creep dies. So you just kind of want to keep him on the battlefield with his high health. And watch your dudes die. And he'll just generate value by staying alive. So that seems fun. There might be some sort of like tower beat down red deck that I don't know about. Another Zeus. Another Helm of the Dominator. I'm not sure how many is too many of a particular card. I think anything beyond 3 is wasted. And I think we already have Grand Melee. Tower Barrage seems pretty sweet. Blue has a lot of the AoE I've noticed. And that was all of our packs. So I think we got some good stuff there. I'm not sure. Let's go to sell cards and see what can we sort this. So if we don't show just our excess cards and we go by rarity, I'm sure we don't have anything that's worth anything. Yeah, so I mean the best card we have apparently is Cheating Death, which is 50 cents. So that's cool. Those 10 packs were free. Oh no, we have Meepo. Meepo is $1.12. Okay. Cool. So this shows our excess quantity. I'm assuming, I don't know how many means that you have in excess of them. I'm guessing you only need 1? Wow. If that's the case, then we would definitely be selling all of these. I think this goes to like your Steam wallet or whatever. And then we can turn around and use it to buy more packs, hopefully at some point, if we get enough. But I think what I want to do today is start a casual Phantom draft. I don't want to spend money yet until I know what cards do. And I kind of got a feel for the game itself. But you'll see here, practice building and playing with a limited set of cards you pick from a series of packs. Develop the skills needed to become an expert. So draft 60 cards from 5 packs and build a deck. You can edit your deck before any match, play games until you win 5 or lose 2. So I think that's what we're going to want to do today. So let's go ahead and start. I don't believe this costs anything. I think we need to draft. Okay, there we go. I was confused for a second. Don't mind me. Okay, so we have 2 rares in this pack. So, from what I've seen of other people drafting, is that you don't necessarily need to rush to take heroes unless you see one that's amazing. Kind of look more for rare cards or unique abilities to build around, and then kind of find the heroes as you pick. So here I think our 2 rares are deal 4 piercing damage to a unit in any lane. This seems very strong. It costs 7, which is an expensive ability. And deal 2 damage to each enemy before the action phase. This is also looks to me to be very strong. They're very similar, except for the fact that this comes down 2 turns sooner. And I have a feeling that if you play this in a particular lane, you pretty much win that lane. So I think I'm going to take this Conflagration. Yeah, and see how that goes. Do I need to like drag it? Just go next. Oh, we got to take 2 cards. Alright, I did not know that. So that was a bit of a mistake there, but I think we're good. I mean, that's why we're doing a Phantom draft, guys, to make sure that we don't make these mistakes. But I think Trebuchet is pretty cool. We took 2 kind of lane effects. And I think blue-black is kind of a natural pair anyway. But had I known that, I certainly would have taken the cannon plus Conflagration. So, yeah, apologies if that made anybody out there cringe. I don't think Ogre Magi is considered a great card. But it has an ability that synergizes very well with Conflagration. And I think it does multicast, yes. So, let's see what that says. After you play a blue spell, there's a 25% chance to put a base copy of that card back into your hand. So, I think we're going to take Ogre Magi. And we're also going to take... Call the Reserves is fine. to buy us time. We want to start getting spells, and I think this is good. So we have our first hero, and it gives us 3 ignites, which will work very well with conflagration, I think. Okay, I'm not sure why Skywrath Mage is grayed out. Can we only take 1 blue of a certain type? Yeah, I'm not sure what the deal is with that, but it's okay. I think Keenfolk Turret is fine, and I think now we want to start looking towards something like Phase Boots or Chainmail. I think I'm going to take Phase Boots. Alright, so we still have some blue-black cards coming. We have a Pit Fighter. Okay, not bad. This kind of sucks. I don't like dealing damage to my own guys if I can help it. And this seems kind of bad. So let's hold on to the Pit Fighter. And what is this Book of the Dead? Equipped hero has +4 health. Add a charge to Book of the Dead after an allied melee creep dies. Summon a zombie for each charge and remove all charges. That seems pretty cool. Let's take that. That reminds me a lot of a magic card. And I'm guessing we can only take 1. Maybe, yeah, we can only take 1 hero per pack, I think is what we're seeing here. So I think our only choices are these 2 cards. Choose a unit in another lane, move a random allied black hero from this lane. Yeah, I don't think we have much choice there. And Grazing Shot, I think, is a good ability. And we may end up being 3 colors, something like blue, black, could be red, could be something else. So another chance to grab another Book of the Dead. End up having some super zombie synergies. Payday could be nice if we were going for like a big item type of strategy. Another Catapult. Choose 2 enemies, they battle each other. That seems strong. Before the action phase, give a random card. I don't know what this does, this get initiative. After you play the spell, you get the initiative coin and may immediately take another action. So, okay. Yeah, I think we're going to take this, Hipfire. If that's as good as I think it is, it may be better than taking something like Helm of the Dominator and prioritizing that. We're looking to get a black hero now. And yeah, we just read this card. We know what this does. And now I'm looking at these cheaper items. This is pretty cool. I like the ability to heal. If I remember right, watching someone else play, this was quite a strong ability. But I think I'm going to take this cloak here. And I wouldn't be surprised if that was wrong. So Enchantress seemed like a powerful hero. We don't have any green cards yet. Another, let's see, what is this? Let's click on it. Oh, okay. So he eats its neighbors and gets their stats. And it can do it over and over again. Ironfall Goldmine seems fine. The Hourglass, I think we're going to take the Hourglass. And I'm tempted to take Enchantress and to try and grab some green cards. That could be very wrong though, because right now we're so heavy black that we really need a black hero. So, and we know we're blue. I mean, we have Ogre Magi, so I'm kind of thinking of just taking Better Late Than Never. We really want a black hero though, if we can get one. And this turret seems strong, and this is another cheap. Yeah, that's another cheap item for us. I don't know how many items is too many. And I don't know what a death shield is, but we can check that out. The unit would die instead. Remove its death shield and it survives. So it's kind of like a divine shield type of effect. That could be good. It's a 2/2 for 2 that survives after it dies. And I think this is fine as well. Arcane Assault. It draws a card. And Bloodseeker, wow. So I didn't think we were going to get... I'd kind of given up hope. And Howling Mine may be better for us than for our opponent. But let's see what Bloodseeker does. Bloodbath. Fully heal Bloodseeker after a unit blocking it dies. So if we can keep him alive, he'll just essentially never die. We just need to keep him alive through his initial fights. And we should be good. So Sven is here if we want to move into red at some point. I could see doing that. If there's no good black cards in this pack. We already have these exact 2 items. I don't know if we need others. But if we wanted to go into red, we could just take 2 red picks right now. This seems like it would be great in a red-black deck that has some sort of gold theme to it. And I don't think we took the cards that generate gold. So let's see. Let's take Sven. Let's move into this red, blue, black deck. And we can take this Legion Standard Bearer. Let's take Mercenary Exiles. I want to try this card. Maybe we'll pick up some black cards that generate gold for us, and then that'll be cool. Necrophos would have been cool in our black deck, but now we've kind of opened up red as an option for ourselves. I like Red Mist Maul. I think having one of this type of effect could be good. This is a nice cheap spell for Sven. New Orders is also nice as a cheap spell. This is a nice early game minion. And then Call the Reserves is good at blocking up the board for us. It's kind of expensive. And this gives us our initiative back. And it only costs 1. I could see this winning a fight for us with Sven early on. But I think I'm going to take Call the Reserves and the Maul. Okay, so we have a chance to like go super heavy on these trebuchets. We already have 1. Interesting. Okay, I've never seen this card before. Let's see what this does. Add a charge to Revtal Investments after the combat phase. Active, get 4 gold for each charge. Okay, and this is a rare card. So this is kind of the gold synergy we were talking about. So this is an interesting pick for us here. We already have one of these Books of the Dead. We could get another one. And generate lots of gold to make sure that we get this. Or we could ignore the kind of the gold item synergy. These daggers also look nice. And just go super heavy on trebuchets. And put them all in one lane and then just beat down a particular lane with siege damage. This card is also rare, which kind of makes me think that it's, I mean, honestly, it's here for a reason. If we get this down turn 3 in a long match, this could generate a ton of gold for us. So I think I'm going to take this. I feel like I'd be kind of dumb not to. And then I want to say we have maybe enough items. Maybe we'd want one more big item. But I think I'm going to take a trebuchet, and that could be crazy. This could be purely from my lack of experience with this format, but I think that's fine. I like the musket. And we can take an arcane assault as well. It goes well with our burst down a tower theme that we have going. And now we have all red, basically. This destroys an improvement, like the ones we have. And I think it's a pretty versatile tool to have. This is something we opened in our packs. So I don't know what Pierce does. I should probably read that. Dealt to this unit is piercing. Piercing damage is not reduced by that. So it ignores armor. That's good to know. And this is permanent, I believe. So it's not like till end of turn. If we use this on an enemy hero, every time it dies, comes back, you know, whatever, it still has -2 attack. So I think we're going to take... I like that this replaces itself also. I think we're going to take these 2 cards here. Increase our red presence, and now we have no choice. We get this is a rare card. After you play a rare card, modify a random allies. So this is fine. This is a nice pickup for us, I think. All equipped heroes have +2 attack and armor. Okay. We have a lot of these lingering effects, but not as many like creatures and things as I would want. I don't know what you do, sir. You have very weak stats, though. Another Raven Hook, which seems good, as well as this strafing run. Also this friendly fire, and these are some of the weaker guys we were talking about. And some more armor. I think we kind of have to take Raven Hook, and I don't know about this. Let me read what he does before I commit to not taking him. So he generates melee creeps. Okay, what's his card? Barracks. Okay, so it's another improvement. I don't hate that. I mean, even a lot of our spells, like Call the Reserve, summon melee troops, we could just end up like summoning a ridiculous amount of melee troops. This card seems super strong to me though, as well as Strafing Run. And this only costs 1. But making like 2 enemy heroes fight each other and potentially kill each other, this seems like too good to pass up. So I think we take these. Hope to get a better hero maybe. Another Ogre Magi. Can we even have 2? I don't know. Can dim all units. So this is like a damnation effect for those of you who play Magic. Stonehall Plate seems okay. And I think the Siege only works on towers.
Hi, this is Brooklyn. I'm a driving specialist on a recorded line, and I show that we may have an earning opportunity for you. How are you today?
Oh god, guys, I'm getting some kind of horrible call.
Now,
Ugh. Scam callers, guys. Don't even answer. You see someone calling you, if you don't live in the state where you see like the phone call originates from, just don't even answer. It's gonna be a scam. Okay, so where was I? I was playing video games. Let's get back to this. So Siege, when blocked during the combat phase, in addition to battle damage to the blocking unit, also deal the siege damage to the enemy tower. Okay. I think we're going with these 2. I like that having the ability to wipe the board. It also is a rare card worth noticing. And with our trebuchets, with some of the other cards that we've picked up, having the ability to kind of go face, so to speak, at the towers, I think could be fine. So what do we have here? Shield of Aquila. Yeah, we're going to take that. That's pretty strong. And then we have Slay. Lots of good black cards in here for us. Plus 16 health, Jesus. That's a lot of health. You play this on a dude and he is not dying. But I think we're going to take these two. And I would love to have had this Assassin's Apprentice and maybe this Hero's Cape. But we do need some more. I think we'll just take these. We need another hero. We'll just take the rare card, Cheating Death. And another Bloodseeker, as well as Shiva's Guard. So Shiva's Guard is also another rare card for us. So we can in fact have 2 Bloodseekers. That's worth knowing. And now we have a chance to take Tidehunter. It's a guy with a big butt, 18 health and 1 armor. I don't mind having 2 Bloodseekers also. I should say that. A 13-13 for 6. That makes us discard our hand. I like Dimensional Portal. And I'm tempted to take Tidehunter. I think he could be a great final pick for us. We definitely want it to be heavier black. And getting 2 Bloodseekers allows us to do that. Which I'm assuming we can play 2 Bloodseekers. I don't actually know. So Bronze Legionnaire is just a good cheap guy. We just passed one of these Vandals. I like them because they're 4/4s for 4 that deal 4 damage to a tower. I mean, that's just good stats. Another Friendly Fire. Let's grab 2 more minions for ourselves. I think that's important. Okay. Tower Barrage. No unblocked enemies. That doesn't seem great. I like this little devil dude. Defensive stance also seems fine. I think I'm going to take... This is also good. I like this. I like our strategy of just summoning tons of minions and gumming up the board while our trebuchets and stuff kind of take out towers. Let's take Tower Barrage. And Defensive Stance could save a hero for us. And we have more red heroes than blue now. So I think we want to... Let's take the Defensive Stance. Also, it has a chance. Yeah, just the chance to save a hero seems good. Phantom Assassin. I think Phantom Assassin is supposedly like a top tier hero. So we're going to miss out on having her, unfortunately. Wow. Interesting. Let's take these. Another rare item for us. And some stuff we don't care about. And just a bunch of random green cards. Now, I don't know what the optimum, like, number of cards is. Okay, I've never used this interface before, so I'm actually not sure why it's showing me cards that I did not draft. Are these just kind of base heroes in their respective colors? I think so. I think that's the case. So we want Bloodseeker. We want Tidehunter, Ogre Magi, and Sven. Okay. Okay. Yeah, just don't mind me, guys. I'm trying to figure this all out. We want our 2 Trebuchets. We definitely want Slay. We'll take Dimensional Portal, Hipfire, and we'll take both of these as well as this Vandal. And we'll probably take that Pit Fighter as well. Certainly want Conflagration. It's one of our better cards. No green. There. Okay, that's better. Yeah, not knowing how many cards to put could be a problem. We want Annihilation for sure. We'll take both of our Call to Reserves and Friendly Fires, as well as these Raven Hooks. So we're kind of top heavy. With our cards. Let's take some of these cheaper ones. And what do you do? Deals 2 damage when attacking your hero tower. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll just take a second Bloodseeker. And let's go and look. Where are our items? Okay, so we took a ton of items. And I think these are kind of the basic ones that we can put in. But we wanted Book of the Dead, Shield of Aquila, Cloak of Endless Carnage, Shiva's Guard. So those are very expensive. I like this musket. And we'll add in a sword, just so we have another offensive one that's cheap. Interesting. And I kind of want to add one more. We'll add the Hourglass and the Ruminous Vestments. I think that's fine. Now we can add in the Pit Fighter. The Investment card, which seemed good. Tower Barrage. Forward Charge. Yeah, what is the max? Okay, deck must contain at least 40 cards. Okay. So I'm guessing 40 cards is probably the optimum amount of cards. Can we sort by cost? Yes, okay, it's already sorted by cost. Except it doesn't include the heroes in that. So we're good, and we need one more item. Okay. We'll just add in the Maul. And I don't, like I said, don't know what the optimum amount is. I keep saying that, but I do not know. So in Magic, 40 cards is a draft deck. But sometimes, you know, you play 41, 42 cards, it's not a big deal. And I see now these little lights telling us. And draft decks do allow multiple copies of each hero, so that's cool. We just want to make sure we have every powerful ability that we have access to. And I want to see how that card works. So I think that's good. I don't know if we need to play this. Seems kind of like a do-nothing card. We don't have a ton of red either. If I was going to add something, I think I would just add the Corpse Tosser as another big boy that we can play. And I think that's fine. And we can register this. And let's find our first match. So guys, we're already at like 46 minutes. The pack openings, the introduction, my first draft, you know, it takes a while. So I think we're going to play one match and leave it as kind of a cliffhanger for today. And then tomorrow I will do the rest of the draft. So if you are interested in watching the gameplay here, stick around because I will be uploading more tomorrow. Certainly daily. I love a good draft format. So we took 1 damage there from Lunara. Interesting, and we seem to have initiative. We can play a blue card, but we don't have anything, and I think this kind of blue outline here means that we need to just pass. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, and she has her kind of Thorns aura, as that shows. We still have initiative. We could play a red card, but we don't have one, so we're going to pass once again. And Bloodseeker. We don't want to do that. But that's pretty much all we can do. And we're taking a lot of damage. So next turn we have 4 mana to choose to use. We didn't get any gold because we didn't kill anything. Neither did our opponent, which is worth noting. So now we get the opportunity to play Sven, and we want to play him in a lane where we don't have any red, because that'll give us the opportunity to play red cards in that lane. So we can only play color cards matched with the color of heroes that we have. And you'll see here, if you guys are seeing this for the first time, this is telling us who has the initiative at the beginning of the next round, and that appears to be us. And those arrows are denoting where units are attacking.
I'm just getting started.
So this is a pretty good card for us. We're going to summon melee creeps for sure. And we're going to summon them onto this board. We're going to prevent a lot of damage to our tower that way, and we're going to do more damage to them. So wow. So Tower Barrage wrecked us there. Nice early play from the opponent. He's going to get a ton of gold off of that. That was brutal. Okay. So we don't have anything that we can do in this lane either. Unfortunately, this Legion Commander is an excellent matchup against our Tidehunter. Is there anything we can do to save him? Now, I think the way this works and let's see, we can back out here, and I think we can bring him
15 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm reading this right.
3, 2, 1.
I thought I could basically deal 2 damage to my minion and then move my Bloodseeker, but maybe that's not the case. It would have saved my Bloodseeker, but I mean, we're going to kill his Beastmaster anyway, so that's fine. So we're heavily losing this side of the battlefield. So this is a random item. This is not one we have. Wow, this is powerful. Yeah, let's take that.
15
That's an
seconds
extremely
remaining.
strong item. So I think this is a case of we need to choose which lane we're going to try and win, because we only need to win 2 lanes. So we may be a bit of a lost cause here on the left, but I think we can win the right, and then I think we're going to battle over the center. Our opponent's deciding where to place their hero. She deals an extra 4 damage when she's attacking a tower. And he got some nice placement there with his minions. We don't have any heroes in this lane, so we can't play anything in this lane. But what we can do, we have cards that affect... Ooh. Can we not play any of these? Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can play anything. We don't have anything that can be played in any lane at the moment. So we're going to take 14 damage on the tower. We'll kill a minion. It's not really a big deal.
No one will remove me from this battlefield.
Giving this hero 1 armor is pretty wasteful. I think it's kind of obvious that I'm conceding this lane at this point. So her having 1 extra armor doesn't really matter. If he wants to go all in on this lane, it's fine, because I've already pretty much conceded it. So that just draws away his power from the other 2 lanes. And we're going to play this on a hero that we want to stick around. Okay, that's interesting. That was probably a good play for them. Our Bloodseeker was going to heal up and just start eating minions. And then I was considering putting this Bracers of Sacrifice on him to give him armor. This only works against equipped enemy heroes, so that won't do anything for us. Fortunately, we still don't have this. If we could give this guy God Strength, we would be fine. But that's not the case. We could save Tidehunter this turn, and I think we will.
15 seconds remaining.
This will do.
And maybe next turn we can give it
I'm ready for anything.
more strength. Yeah, and now it's an equipped unit. So, yeah. Next turn, I think we'll be able just to activate that and kill it. And we don't have any plays here, so we're just going to pass. And yeah, we're winning that lane. We have 6 gold. What do we want? Heal a unit. Yes, I think we can heal up Tidehunter and get him to start doing big things for us, holding down the center lane until we can get to it and begin the process of trying to win it. Like I said, I think we've got this in hand. We're also getting 2 more minions on that side. So let's try and win the center.
That's just a taste of what's to
That's
come.
pretty nice for her. Can we play this? No, we can't play that right now. Okay, so that was just an experiment there, guys. Trying to see what I can do in the game so that I don't make bad plays in the future. So now our opponent needs to rush down this tower. It's going to take him 3 turns to do that, which is nice for me. He can summon a Loyal Beast, which I think will help him. It'll probably change the time frame on that. So he gave me lock. So he locked my healing salve, which is super unlucky.
The jungle will protect me.
And yeah, so summoning that beast has changed the math here a little bit. It'll still take him 3 turns to burst down this tower, assuming he doesn't get any minions or things like that. And yeah, he's bringing his hero back because he feels he's already won this lane, and he understands that I'm not contesting it. Oh man. So I could have tried to heal him first. I didn't realize that I would take damage on an activated ability like that, which is unfortunate. We don't have initiative yet, but we will play something in just a second. So he's making this guy quite strong. We did kill a hero, which was nice, but if this wasn't locked, we could have kept our Tidehunter alive. And I think this is the lane we're battling over, so this is the lane we're going to buff. I don't like that I can't see all of my cards. It's pretty annoying. There we go. Okay. I figured there had to be a way to do that. So now he's changed his target to... Yeah, and he's just going to start eating our guys, which is not fun. And we just don't have what we need to deal with him. So Bloodseeker is doing its job. It's killing minions. And we're actually going to use this, one, to just make use of some of our cards, which we have a ton in hand, but also to change the math on how fast we can take down this tower. So 2 turns as opposed to 3. And we have 10 gold now. And let's get our hourglass. And we'll play that in the center lane. We'll have double Bloodseeker in the center. Maybe could have played him on this side. I could be reading this wrong. The center lane could be the lane that we're supposed to give up now that Legion Commander is kind of online. With these 2 minion placements, we could have started to eat these guys on the left. And of course, we cannot do anything, but our opponent is the one
this jungle safe.
who has priority, and they have a Blink Dagger, so they can move Beastmaster to another lane soon. Let's see what they decide to do.
This will get me through the battle.
So, you know, kind of once again, he's continuing to buff heroes that we're not fighting.
Just what I needed.
Nice. So that's already paying dividends for us. And we have all black cards that we can play. Deal 4 damage. I think this just kills the Legion Commander, and it does. And we're going to increase his health. Wait, why is he taking so much damage? Oh, he's also being attacked by this guy who has an extra 2 attack. Okay. And we did not move the correct one. So that sucks. Dang. Okay, so I did that wrong. And our healing salve is still locked, which is unfortunate. Yeah, that sucked. That was not what I meant to do at all. That card is pretty confusing to me. I don't understand, obviously, what was happening. And we don't need to play anything here. We have exposed the core. All that damage we did over doesn't really matter. So now we can either try to continue to contest a certain lane. I think we're going to save our gold. We can continue to contest a certain lane, or we can try and do 80 damage here. We're going to put Ogre Magi here, and we're going to place Tide Hunter there. And I'm hoping to get these two to fight each other with Ogre Magi's ability, and I'm hoping that his tankiness will allow me to eat an item on Beastmaster. So our opponent has the initiative. So we'll see what he does with it. We have Ravage, which I think we can use when it's our turn, and deal a lot of damage to him as well.
It's coming for me. I'm sorry.
Okay. So that's cool. That was a thing. We stunned 4 units. Pretty sweet. Let's see what our opponent does. We're stalling this lane pretty hard. So now I think if we can just push into the right lane and do that 80 damage, keeps Finn up, keep him attacking, and keep blocking everyone else. We could use Call the Reserves in another lane, but I think, man, we could even put Conflagration in the center and just continuously wipe them. That seems strong. Am I reading that card wrong? Why did that kill me? I don't understand. That is not what I want to do, guys. I'm not sure if there's a way to look at cards played, or effects played, or something like that. I'm not sure what happened there. So it's not our initiative yet. Take 4 damage on the tower. And we can kill these two, or we can't kill this one. It's not going to work. So we'll make these two fight. They should both die. That's a ton of gold for us. We stall the center lane much longer. Yeah, that's why I took that card. That's a solid 2-for-1. Killing 2 heroes like that seems good. And of course we cannot heal up our Bloodseeker, who is going to die to a minion. Unless we have something here. And we do not. So silence. Silence unit cannot use activated abilities. Okay. So I think we want to use
15 seconds remaining.
The Flayed Twins give me aid.
we just want to increase our damage. Unfortunately, this man, did I put it on the wrong dude? I'm making all kind of mistakes, guys. I'm sorry about that. I put it on a guy. I didn't notice his arrow. He was actually attacking the same target as the Bloodseeker and not the tower. My idea was to do 4 extra damage to the tower. So, man, that's making me cringe. Really sorry about the misplays, guys, but I think we're doing fine.
15 seconds remaining.
Yeah, we're just going to buy a ton of items for the late game. And we can suit up our Sven. We'll just drop Bloodseeker in that lane there. We really needed to not lose our Ogre Magi because we had to get... getting Conflagration down this turn would have been solid for us. Okay, it's not our turn. We can play any of these. Giving Bloodseeker armor seems fine. But what are our black cards?
This is what I needed.
Okay, so now he also has armor and retaliate. I think we can Blood Rage and kill something. So at least we'll trade there. We get to play some of our cards. If our opponent passes here, he gets his Loyal Beast up. And we can...
The longer I stand,
give him some armor.
blood will be spilled.
See what our opponent wants to do. I'd also like to give him a short sword. I think that'll be fine. Having units that heal themselves at the end of combat seems quite strong. If you can take some easy fights in the early game and then give them lots of... so he's going to hit us and -1 of our attack, which sucks. Yeah, so he's using New Orders to hit us with Beastmaster.
I would put my faith into
So we're going to increase his attack. See what our opponent does. This is kind of in the hopes, this is not a very strong play, giving him +2 attack, but what I'm hoping is that my opponent will play something kind of overreact. Huh. Yeah, so I don't know how much we care about that. Because to be honest, we don't really care about that Bloodseeker. Love doing that damage. But we do not have a hero here, so we cannot do anything. Man, getting down Conflagration this turn would have been huge for us. Let's see what our opponent chooses to do. Luckily, 3 of these units are all attacking this one minion, and our minion is attacking the hero that it can then kill. Even if he somehow like saves this guy, he still should die.
It's not personal, just business.
Yeah, we have this card as well, rotting in our hand. Still going to take him multiple turns to take down our tower. So he's going to save his hero. Not a bad call.
I am here to protect.
And we want to play something, but we can only play red cards or let's give Sven some God strength. And I think that's fine. So in 2 turns we win. Unless we lose both of our towers. We can't afford to buy anything. So we're losing this tower here. Pretty much guaranteed. I'm not sure what we could do about that. Essentially, we need to play all of our heroes in one lane. What do you do? Oh, it condemns our equipped hero. That was terrible. I don't like that at all. I don't like that. That's pretty bad. So I think here this is our best bet. And yeah, I figured they would do something similar. They didn't go as all in as we did. We knew we were going to lose this. So we could kill both of these with debracers once again, but this would still be alive.
I am
Oh my god, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Okay. How can we come back from that? We're gonna have to play a lot of cards.
We're ready to fight now.
Let's see what he does. Hopefully he can't kill him. Does he ignore our armor?
I'm not afraid to
I think we
pick
can
up
heal.
arms.
We'll heal him. We could play Conflagration. That'll take out 2 minions for us. Which isn't much. So our Ogre Magi is surviving, which is awesome. We just need to survive. We have 10, so we can actually summon 3 melee creeps into this lane.
Ready for war.
Now that he's done that, this makes this a lot more tempting. We can kill both of these for the cost of our Tide Hunter. And I think we're going to do that.
Never should have raised my ire.
It did not kill Oh my god, I gotta be reading that card wrong. Does it only do damage to heroes? These are the reasons we play Phantom Draft, guys. To make sure that we don't make ridiculous bad mistakes. Okay. So we've stabilized for now. The important thing was keeping our blue hero alive. And I think we can block up again with Dimensional Portal next turn. And there we go. We're now exposed. Our core is exposed. They need to do 80 damage. And that's fine with us. So all we can play are red spells.
My armor won't be pierced.
We don't lose initiative with that. We'll hold on to one of them. Just giving him one armor. I don't know what he could possibly do to hurt us here. But we win next turn if we can stall here. Yeah, we'll call that. Nice, and we're getting our minions in that lane, which is exactly where we want them. Perfect. Okay, they have initiative, which is scary. One damage, no big deal. If he'd have killed him, that would have sucked. But now we want something like... I don't know how many more. This is grayed out. We don't have room for that many.
Let's show them who they're dealing with.
Hoping to get multicast there. Hopefully now we can play Dimensional Portal, because that sucked real hard. I don't know why this card is locked. It doesn't have the locked thing on it. I don't understand what's happening. I think we're going to lose just because I don't understand what's going on right now, honestly. I don't know why we can't play this. We have 4 mana. We have a blue hero.
15 seconds remaining.
I don't understand. I don't think there's any point to playing anything else. And this isn't gonna... I don't think this is gonna kill this guy. Pretty sure our opponent just wins the match here if they go to combat. Yeah, so I made some misplays there, but I'm not sure why I couldn't summon 3 minions to defend us. I think had I been able to do that, we would have won in the 3rd lane. But anyway, so first game to defeat, not to be unexpected, it being our first game and all. But I hope you guys enjoyed that anyway, from my perspective. This game is pretty fun, it's deep, and it's challenging. So the main rule in card games, number one rule is read the cards. So I made a few mistakes there from not, understanding completely some of the mechanics. But overall, I thought my draft process and my thought process through the playing was solid from my limited understanding of the game, the cards, and the mechanics. So as I get better, as I know more about the cards, as I fully, wrap my head around all of the different mechanics and just kind of the newness of the game, I think I'll get much better at both the draft portion and the battle portion. But anyway, guys, I look forward to it. It's a fun challenge. Like I said, that was pretty much, I think I watched 4 or 5 games before playing this, and I think that was my first ever match. So give me a little break. I think I did okay. So without any further ado, guys, my name is Brett. My channel is Good Talk Gaming. I hope you tune in and watch me finish up this draft. Maybe I can pull it back from this loss and knock out a few wins. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Take care.